Hey guys, it's Dr. Kirby here, and we're back with another Worth the Buy review video. So today's skin, we're going to be talking about Battle Academia Lux. Now, considering no one requested in the last video, I thought Battle Academia Lux would be a great one because I do own Academia Lux on PC. Here is a screenshot. And yeah, let's get into the video. If you're new to my channel, make sure you guys subscribe and hit the notification bell for more Wild Rift skin reviews, gameplays, etc. I post every other day, so make sure you subscribe and make sure we hit that goal of 1,000 subscribers. But with that being said, let's get on with the video. Okay, so this is my second time recording this video, full honesty, because my mic wasn't connected. So, you know, we're just gonna take two everything. You know, I thought I was gonna edit it and upload it, but you know what, let's get into it. So we're gonna talk about, we can talk about the model quickly. Let's talk about the model, shall we? The model. Now, let me just do a double check here on... Okay, now we have audio. Okay, great. So the model looks great. The colors are perfect for her. I know Lux is the sun girl, but I think this type of clothing fits her. The orange is really great. I know there's a lot of oranges, but it doesn't really clash with her because the purple, this dark purple over here is really saving her from, you know, fashion disaster. Also the little green details on the belt. I love that the belt's a little big on her and stuff. And also inside her collar, there is also green. The shoulder pads is a cute detail, and the logo of the Durandal School Academy. It's very great as well. I like that she represents a little bit of Garen here. And I love that the back, I love that logo. It's very small detail. It's kind of weird that it repeats on the front. The logo as the badge and on the book, but you know. Love the socks, love the knee-high socks. I love the gold trimming on the sock. This was kind of random, this open wide boot thing that they're going on here. I mean, maybe to make it not look boring, but you know what to do. Also the gloves, we're not done. The gloves is great. I don't know about the boots. Do people wear boots to school? Maybe in this school at least. Also, you can see the same orange color on the gloves. And look at the stuff, beautiful detail. Hopefully we see the same detail in the model. So let's move on to the recall. She has 3 enemies. Oh, her wand got stuck and she's like, I'm gonna use my power. That's cute. That is very straightforward recall. It's very accurate to her PC in terms of like the vibe. Also, it shows that she's not really a melee fighter, but she is a mage, period. Now let's talk about the home guard. Now this is my favorite part of the skin because look at the detail of this home guard.
We can do this.
She puts her wand on her back and she's carrying books. She's carrying that book she had on the intro and she's eating a sandwich. You can see that toast in her mouth, this one, and she's just walking. That is so cool, and we can see some of that hair physics again, honey. So that's very cute, very cute. Now let's put the playback speed to, as usual, 0.75. And you can see already the glowing on her wand when she's on normal standby idle, which is kind of cute. So yeah. As you can see from the auto attacks, it looks like Ezreal, right? Makes it more like Ezreal because of the sparkle here. But Ezreal is kind of a little more lighter yellow like this, you know. So this is just representing like a burst effect. You can also see a little bit of the green details over here. So it's whatever. I mean, it's cute. I'm gonna say cute a lot because it's just the expectancy of a Lux skin, you know. And it's the same color is everywhere, so yeah. So yeah, also let's look at the spark effect. It's a small circle there, like it's representing like a small explosion, and then it spreads out, which is cute. Now let's move on to the first skill. You can see before she casts the ability, there's an indication of a circle. That's actually good for like matching up against her with the skin. You can see it coming from a direction. She's standing still. If you're like a pro player, you can actually catch that. And then, excuse me, I'm gonna burp. Oh, I burped. This looks like an Ezreal. Once again, Ezreal. Like an Ezreal ultimate or something. Because look at that, those lines over here, these gold lines. This sparkle. Sparkle is so random. It doesn't even correlate with this with the skin, but I mean with the direction. But it's cute. You can see also the circle orb thing representing the root, and there's kind of like a line here, which is kind of like a guideline for where they're gonna put the effects and stuff, and also represents the direction where it's being thrown at. So let's say this line follows you everywhere. I don't know what that means. See, even when it goes away, if it looks like it's out of place, basically, that's what I'm saying. Because it looks like because there's like a curve, there's like an imaginary straight line here, and then it curves to that. Maybe because of the root, but I don't know. Okay, so now let's look at the this rings. Now you may think that the rings are starting from here, but it's actually starting from here. In PC, this is really prominent. You can really see it. Maybe because due to visibility issues, that they had to make it a bit more faded. But in the end, it does look great. It does look great. Because it looks a little thinner, but you can really see the detail when it's a little thick. Representing Lux's root is always thick, the first skill, so it makes sense. But yeah. Also, you can see like there's like a debilitating effect, like a weakening effect vibe from the skill. You see that thing going down like that? It represents like you being rooted, obviously. So that's a really cool small detail that I've noticed with the first skill. If you see it again, you can see the sparkles again, and then you see multiple of the rings and it lands more circles as it lands. Like it open wide. This thing open wide as a circle, and it represents the root. See. Also, you can see the sword passive, the Durandal emblem, which is a nice detail. Like I said, that logo is everywhere on this skin line. I don't know why. It's like having an ad for your skins. A little too much. Like I said, once again, I like that little like sparky debilitating effect. Love that. So now let's move on to the second skill, Miss Prismatic Barrier. Now, when it comes to Lux's Prismatic Barrier, you can only do so much on that. I mean, let's be real. Even Crystal Rose Lux lacks it. But let's see. Let's start with the throw animation. So, you know, typical Lux. I think in PC this is a bit more prominent. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like there's more oomph on this like wavelength thingy, DNA, and more sparkles. But they did add a little bit. This is probably on high graphics, the Skin Spotlights review. But, you know, they could have added more shadowing, I guess, to make it look more like it's thick. This is a really thin wand. I know it's a skill for that skill, because if it's bigger, it looks bigger. But you can still make an illusion that it looks big, right? So yeah, you can see it passing by. You can see stars, sparkles. And in terms of the barrier itself, that's the base barrier. It's kind of standard. It looks like a barrier, the ability, the summoner spell. And it's giving, you know when you go through water and you see shadows of a water, like a reflection? It's giving that vibe. It's like we're under the sea. And then when it comes back to you, it turns into more like a rose pink gold effect with some of the green again. And there's a little blue here hue. See, look at that, giving rainbow. Rainbow. Love that. And then it slowly fades out back to that normal color, and then, yeah, and then it goes away. Not bad, right? Very nice. So yeah, let's see more of it. It's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. Okay, so there's not much we can talk about here, but it's good for what it is, you know. So now let's move on to the third skill, which is kind of a skin buff. I'm just gonna say it. Here's why. If my internet could work. Okay, so let's start off with the startup animation. That immediately. Who can see that? This, like, in a bright map, it's really hard to see, especially when you're in the moment looking at the enemy. You're not really looking at the minion wave or at the ground. So it's really hard for you to poke. And like I mentioned with the lack of VFX, it's pretty hard to see it. Because when it lands, look, you can literally go back. I will go back. You can literally click, you can literally instantly click the ability and it sparks up, and then you didn't see it. Because you don't know where it's gonna land. This thing will pop up, slowly fade in, and then if it's in this part, I think you can immediately snap it, you know, and then you get hit. So yeah, so that's kind of a skin buff that's scary. I wouldn't call this cheating because that's just how the skin is, because there's too much opacity in this ability of her skin. Like, look, if you can see most of the thing here, but when you're in the moment, I know this blue thing exists, but when you're in the moment, you will never notice this. You'll be like, why am I slowed? And then it pops off. Isn't that crazy? But we're not here to judge. We're here to focus on the skill effects. Like, now, as the duration of the ability continues, you will see it over here. But usually Lux means pop that ASAP as the form of poke. So in the case of that, it's already too late, you know? Oh well. But yeah, as you can see here, the circle that was just drawn earlier now turned into like a big ball of sunshine. And then there is a faded halo effect here. And then yeah, and then there's a small swirl. Swirly, swirly, swirly. It looks like a whirlpool or a vortex of water. And then when it sparks up, as you can see, the animation is kind of getting a little like hectic. Boom. It turns into like a little like an explosion. Boom. So here you can see more layers of that effect here. And then you see a little burn effect, which is kind of cool. And then it fades away. That's kind of cool. Representing hot. Her abilities, light abilities, I guess, are hot. Not hot as in sexy hot, but hot. So yeah, let's see it one more time from a distance, and then yeah, it's as it is. You can see that there's more detail here, and then it fades out here to the dark orangey browny, darker brown shade, and then you see the smoke effect, which is cool. And you see that little logo. I don't know if you guys see that splash of white light in the middle when it sparks. Let's see. Come on. See, you see that light here, this plus? That's a really nice detail. I think that's always a Lux thing, or like that's always see, you can even see it here. That's such a small detail that people never saw. I just saw that now. Okay, this is regarding this third ability. It's kind of like a skin buff, but you know, on the laning phase at least. Period. Lux is still Lux. She's not buffed. She's not broken-ish. You know. Okay, so now let's talk about the ultimate. Now, I like this ultimate because we'll see it here first.
Is to never give.
Look at her animation. She has a unique animation. I think this is her only skin that has a unique animation. Aside from Crystal Rose Lux. But she was the first before Crystal Rose Lux ever released. So, you see she jumped with her legs like, yay! And then she points. And then she looks like she's like moving away, like points and then boom. And then she spins back down and then that's it. That's very cool, you know, that's very cool. You want to see it one more time? She points and then she kind of like moves a bit backwards and point. And she goes back to normal. That's cool, you know. I think Lux was going to have that in Space Groove on PC, but then they removed it. Who remembers that? Yeah. So now let's look at the effects. So when it starts up, it's a really sharp red laser. It like signifies the, and also you can see the indicator. But this sharp red laser is like a warning before it bursts. So looking at the effects, you know, it's kind of like the third skill spark here. You see the bright white, not white, the bright yellowy here, and then the kind of mustardy color here. And then on the laser itself, there's multiple colors. We got the same color here in the middle. I think it was this, or like a darker version of it, or maybe like a kind of going down to the grayscale version of it. And you can see more of the pinks here fading it, which is the greens, into the oranges. That's really nice. That's this kind of the effects that she has, kind of representing like a strong bright light or flame, not flame, like I don't know, superpowers, I guess. And then you can see the logo. I like the detail. Like I mentioned earlier, I like the detail of this glow over here. So from a distance, you see that kind of sharper edge glow orange, and then red, and then it sparks up. There's also some VFX there, like moving to the right, those particles. Over here, see? It's kind of like the after effect, I guess, because it's like strong. It's giving like a strong wind blow, but it wasn't. It's just how the effect is. But yeah, let's look at her crit. I think her crit is okay. The same. Yeah, I guess the sparks are just stronger. And her dead animation is the same, but instead of her normal white light, it's the the yellow light that she has in the skin. And there's her splash chart. But yeah, that was the Battle Academia Lux review. What do you guys think of it? Do you own this skin? Let me know down in the comments below. Also comment down below who you want to be reviewed next. Which skin you want to review next. Now, is this skin worth the buy? Definitely, definitely. If you're like if you're all types of players, if you're Lux main, great. If you're support main, great. Or mid lane, great. If you're just a casual and you don't even play the lane or the champion, but you just want the skin, it's a very nice skin, especially when you get autofilled and you get a chance like, oh, I have a Lux skin, you know? So yes, it is a great skin, worth a buy indeed. I think the highlights of the skin are the home guard and the ultimate animation pose. Those are the uniquest things, especially for her price. And when Crystal Rose Lux has animation, I think excuse me, I'm gonna burp. I think Battle Academia wins the ult pose scene. So yes, it is worth to buy, a lot of value here. And that's what I want to see in skins. So yeah. That was the Battle Academia Lux review. I hope you guys like it. Make sure you guys subscribe to the notification bell for whenever I upload a new video. Like I mentioned earlier in the intro, I do Wildrift videos and post them every other day, from skins to gameplays. So yeah. Comment below on who do you want to see next on Worth the Buy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.